Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm chatting about Mercury moving into Scorpio linked to a grand water trine not seen for 130 years. So let's chat about what this could mean and then look at how each sign will be impacted. Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 6th of October until the 29th, and then again in November. Mercury is the planet of communication, thought, learning, and perception. It governs how we process information, how we speak, write, and connect ideas. In astrology, Mercury rules Gemini, air, and Virgo, earth. When you send an email, that's Mercury. Get a WhatsApp, that's Mercury. When Mercury is active, we're mentally alert, communicative, and often more open to new ideas. It's the messenger of the gods, and in transit, it delivers news, insights, and sometimes chaos, especially when retrograde. We all know about that drama, but in this case, Mercury is direct and positive. Think of Mercury as your inner narrator, the voice that helps you explain your feelings, write your thesis, or deliver a killer punchline. It's the planet behind your group chats, your clever tweets, your late-night journaling, and your ability to say, "I read somewhere that..." Now let's go on and look at Mercury in Scorpio. When Mercury enters Scorpio, it trades its quicksilver curiosity for a psychic scalpel. Scorpio is a fixed water sign, intense, private, and emotionally intelligent. Mercury here doesn't skim the surface. It dives into the depths. This is the mind of the detective. Mercury in Scorpio wants to know what's really going on beneath the surface, whether it's a secret motive, a buried memory, or the emotional undercurrent in a conversation. Imagine Mercury as a crime novelist who's just discovered a hidden letter in a locked drawer. Or a psychologist gently asking, "And how did that make you feel?" And then waiting for the real answer. It's the vibe of late-night confessions, mystery podcasts, and deep dives into family secrets. You might find yourself suddenly obsessed with a true crime docuseries, journaling about your childhood, or decoding your dreams like they're encrypted messages from your soul. In Scorpio, Mercury becomes a mental alchemist, turning emotional lead into gold. It's a time for truth-telling, shadow work, and intuitive downloads that feel like they came from another realm. When Mercury meets Mars, it's like your thoughts have had 3 espressos and a boxing lesson. Mars is the planet of action, drive, and passion. So when it fuses with Mercury, your words become weapons, tools, and torches. Picture a lawyer delivering a closing argument, a rapper dropping truth bombs, or a student finally standing up to a bully. It's the moment you say, "Actually, I do have something to say," and everyone listens. For Gemini and Virgo placements, this is like Mercury saying, "Let's go," and Mars replying, "Already running." So let's talk about the very positive grand water trine. This is like the universe giving you a psychic spa day. It's a harmonious flow between 3 planets in water signs, Mercury in Scorpio, the North Node in Pisces, and exalted Jupiter in Cancer. Together they create a triangle of emotional wisdom, intuitive clarity, and karmic alignment. This trine supports healing conversations, spiritual downloads, and creative breakthroughs. It's the kind of energy where you say something from the heart, and it lands exactly where it's meant to. Imagine Mercury in Scorpio whispering secrets to Jupiter in Cancer, who responds with a hug, while the North Node in Pisces plays a celestial harp in the background. You might find yourself writing poetry that makes people cry, reconnecting with a soulmate, or having a dream that solves a real-life problem. It's the energy of calling your grandmother, journaling about your childhood, or suddenly understanding your life's purpose while watching the ocean. You could receive a message that feels like it came from your ancestors, or have a conversation that shifts your entire emotional landscape. This trine is especially potent in the water houses of your chart, 4th, 8th, 12th, where emotional depth and transformation reside. It's a time to trust your intuition, speak from the soul, and let the universe guide your words. Now that I've waffled enough, let's look at each sign. Hi Aries, Mercury direct is in your 8th house of shared resources. So expect powerful discussion around chunky money like an insurance payment, tax refund, maybe debt or an inheritance. Money which is not made by you. This is a good time to have communication about these issues, and Mars is giving you some drive to get going on this. Now, the water trines are interesting and are between your 4th, 8th and 12th houses. This could mean a lot of different things, but I think your shared resources are connecting positively with your home and ancestors, so this could be family money. With the 12th house, there can be some healing happening too here. If you have any hidden enemies, there could be some healing in this area too. Best of luck with these energies. Hi Taurus, Mercury direct is in your 7th house of boyfriend, girlfriend and partnerships. When I say partnership, this could be friendship or a business partnership. You can expect very positive, clear communication in your relationships, so things can improve here. Mars here energizes your communication, but be careful of discussions becoming aggressive. Now let's talk about the trines. This water trine connects the 3rd, 7th and 11th houses. This is a powerful message to go for lots of networking and collaboration. You're on fire here, so use this energy to your advantage. Hi Gemini. With Mercury in Scorpio lighting up your 6th house of work, routines and wellness, your mind is laser focused on productivity and practical problem solving. You're suddenly the master of spreadsheets, schedules and systems. Whether it's reorganizing your workflow, negotiating a raise, or launching a side hustle, you're in prime position to monetize your skills. The Mars-Mercury conjunction adds fire to your focus. The grand water trine activates your 2nd, money, 6th, work, and 10th, career houses, creating a cosmic current of financial clarity and professional growth. You could receive a surprise job offer, a long overdue promotion, or a creative idea that turns into a profitable venture. Think, finally monetizing your podcast, selling your art online, or getting paid for your writing. Even small shifts, like changing your morning routine or budgeting differently, can ripple into big financial wins. Wishing you the best with these positive energies. Hi Cancer, this is a happy transit for you. This Mercury in Scorpio transit activates your 5th house of joy, creativity, romance, and self-expression. And it's like the universe is handing you a paintbrush and saying, go make something beautiful. Mercury here helps you speak from the heart, write with passion, and rediscover the magic in everyday pleasures. You might find yourself journaling your dreams, writing love letters, or finally finishing that screenplay or song you started ages ago. With Mars joining Mercury, your creative energy gets a turbo boost. Even your inner child wants in. Think fun beach walks, painting with your kids, or redecorating your space with fairy lights and cozy textures. The grand water trine flows through your 1st, self, 5th, joy, and 9th, wisdom houses, creating a beautiful emotional current that reconnects you with your purpose and passions. You might feel called to travel somewhere meaningful, take a spiritual course, or share your story in a way that inspires others. Happiness comes from being fully yourself, expressing your truth, and surrounding yourself with people who see your light. Cancer, wishing you an overdose of joy. Hi Leo. With Mercury in Scorpio lighting up your 4th house of home, family, and emotional roots, happiness starts right where you live. This is the perfect time to refresh your space, whether that means rearranging furniture for better flow, painting your walls a rich, moody color, or finally creating that cozy reading nook you've always dreamed of. Mercury helps you communicate more openly with family, and with Mars in the mix, you might feel inspired to host a dinner party, start a home project, or set new boundaries that protect your peace. The grand water trine activates your 12th, 4th, and 8th houses, bringing a wave of emotional healing and intuitive clarity. You might feel drawn to declutter old belongings, create a memory wall, or even explore your ancestry through stories, photos, or DNA kits. It's a beautiful time to reconnect with your roots, whether that's through cooking a family recipe, visiting a childhood place, or simply spending quiet evenings wrapped in a blanket, watching some excellent series. Hi Virgo. Mercury in Scorpio lights up your 3rd house, making your mind sharp and a bit like a detective. You might find joy in writing a blog, starting a newsletter, or finally learning something new, like astrology, coding, or even Italian for your next trip. With Mars in the mix, your words have power, so speak up in meetings, pitch your ideas, or share your story online. The grand water trine flows through your 11th, 3rd, and 7th houses, bringing happiness through soul friendships, visionary thinking, and heartfelt conversations. You could reconnect with an old friend, join a group that feels like home, or have a deep talk that clears the air and brings you closer to someone special. Even a short weekend getaway or spontaneous coffee date could spark joy and inspiration. This is your season to think big, speak freely, and connect deeply. Your words can and open doors. Hi Libra, this transit is a big money boost for you potentially. Mercury in Scorpio activates your second house of money, helping you get crystal clear on your finances and what truly matters to you financially. You might find joy in finally organizing your budget, selling vintage clothes online, or investing in something that feels aligned with your values, like a beautiful workspace or a course that boosts your skills. With Mars in the mix, you're ready to ask for that raise, negotiate smarter, or launch a passion project that could turn profitable. The grand water trine flows through your 10th, career, 2nd, money, and 6th, work houses, creating a very sweet spot for financial healing and big success. Think 9 of Pentacles in the tarot. You could land a new client, get recognition for your talents, or discover that your side hustle is more valuable than you thought. Happiness comes from knowing your worth and building a life that reflects it. Hi Scorpio. With Mercury in your sign, your thoughts turn inward and questions like, who am I now? Or, what do I really want? Take center stage. You might feel inspired to change your look, update your bio, or start journaling your inner evolution. Mars adds boldness, so don't be surprised if you cut your hair, speak up in ways you never have, or finally share your truth, even if it shakes things up. The grand water trine activates your 1st identity, 5th, fun, and 9th wisdom houses, helping you align your outer image with your inner growth. You could feel drawn to reclaim a childhood passion, start a blog, or travel somewhere that reconnects you with your roots. This is a time to celebrate your complexity, your power, and your ability to transform. Joy comes from owning your story and showing up as your most authentic self, whether that's in a velvet blazer, a new tattoo, or simply saying no when you mean it. Hi Sagittarius. Mercury in Scorpio activates your 12th house of spirituality and hidden realms, and with the grand water trine flowing through your 8th, 12th, and 4th houses, this is a powerful time for inner transformation. You might feel drawn to meditation, tarot, dream journaling, or even past life exploration. Mars adds boldness, so don't be surprised if you sign up for a Reiki course. This transit wants you to explore what's beneath the surface, your fears, desires, and soul truths. You could find joy in decluttering emotional baggage, writing poetry that channels your intuition, or having a deep conversation that shifts your entire perspective. Even a quiet walk in nature or a spontaneous trip to a sacred site could feel like a spiritual awakening. Hi Cap. With Mercury in Scorpio lighting up your 11th house of dreams, friendships, and future goals, the universe is whispering, what do you really want? This is your moment to dream bigger and connect with people who can help make it real. Mars adds momentum, so you might pitch a bold idea, join a mastermind group, or collaborate on a passion project that lights you up. The grand water trine activates your 7th, partnerships, 11th, goals, and 3rd, communication houses, creating a magical flow of support, synchronicity, and soul connections. You could meet someone who opens doors, get a surprise opportunity through a friend, or receive a message that feels like pennies from heaven, a grant, a job offer, or a chance to share your wisdom on a bigger stage. Joy comes from believing in your dreams now. They just might come true. Hi Aquarius. Your career could get a money boost. With Mercury in Scorpio lighting up your 10th house of career and reputation, your voice becomes your power tool. You're ready to pitch bold ideas, revamp your LinkedIn, or speak with confidence in high-stakes meetings. Mars adds drive, helping you take the lead, whether it's launching a new project, asking for a promotion, or stepping into a leadership role that finally reflects your talents. The grand water trine flows through your 6th, work, 10th, career, and 2nd, money houses, creating a golden money triangle of professional growth, financial flow, and purposeful action. You might receive unexpected praise, a raise, or a chance to collaborate on something visionary, like designing a community initiative, starting a podcast, or turning your side hustle into a brand. This is your moment to shine. Whether it's a new title, a dream client, or a yes you've been waiting for, the universe is ready to reward your boldness. Hi Pisces. Mercury in Scorpio activates your ninth house of wisdom, beliefs, and higher learning, opening the door to mind-expanding ideas. You might feel called to explore astrology more deeply, study mysticism, or dive into ancient philosophies that resonate with your soul. The grand water trine flows through your fifth, creativity, ninth, beliefs, and first, identity houses, aligning your heart, mind, and spirit. You might experience a breakthrough during a silent retreat, feel guided to travel to a sacred site, or have a dream that shifts your entire worldview. Even simple moments, like pulling a tarot card, reading Rumi, or walking barefoot on the beach, can feel like divine conversations. This is a season of soulful joy, where your inner world blossoms and your outer life begins to reflect your deepest truths.